What's up, streamers? Poppy Stanimus here. Today we're going to talk about how streams that continue to last over the years have big evolutions and the viewership come and goes. Before we get into today's lecture, I want to talk about our sponsor that we have today. I lined it up. Big deal that I made. Me, Pop Stanimus. I sponsor these videos. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Drop a comment down below.
Let's talk about this.
I've been streaming for about 5 years. I have done a lot of different things for a lot of different audiences. I've seen a lot of transitions going from one game to another to a different thing that I do and just having to rebuild audiences going forward. I've experienced it all essentially as far as a small streamer is concerned. And I want to talk about my experiences with you guys so I could spare you a lot of grief when you notice things are changing. When I first started streaming from my PS4, back in 2016, when I was a young warthog, I started streaming Final Fantasy X. It was a HD re-release of the game, came out year 2000, and it got re-released 2016 with HD, and I wanted to go replay that game, and it was super fun. And I just started streaming it, and I started building up a little bit of a audience on my PlayStation that liked to watch me play Final Fantasy X. And then the audience just kind of got a little bit bigger. I got kind of lucky with how I started. You know, there's a whole story. It's in another video somewhere. But to simplify, played the game, and it was really fun. And we had a bunch of people, I would say probably 30 or so that were watching. I don't even have alerts and stuff set up. It was really weird how it all started. Anyways, I beat the game. And then everyone was like, again. And I'm like, well, okay, well, all these people, you know, that just had I had a lot of fun with, I entertained. Let's do it again. And I played it again and I beat it. And then they're like, again. And I was like, okay, well, all right, I'll beat it again. I beat it again. And then they're like, again. And at this point, I'm sick of playing this game over and over again. I can only do that so many times, getting tired of the adventure, the single player story just being played over and over again. So I tried playing a different game. I tried playing Final Fantasy VII instead, which was also on PS4. All those people that wanted to watch me play Final Fantasy X weren't there watching me playing Final Fantasy VII. In fact, some of them hated Final Fantasy VII. They're like, we don't want to watch that. Those graphics suck. You know, I remember seeing that. Like, people are like, what are these graphics? I'm like, don't worry about the graphics. The story's dope. Come on, let's enjoy the story with each other. They're like, nah. We want Final Fantasy X. And that was my first experience right at the beginning of me evolving the stream and people coming and going. And it never ends. The longer you stream and the more things you do, people come and go for a lot of different reasons. It might be the game that you're playing. Maybe you have a falling out with somebody. That shit happens, okay? You meet people and then you end up not liking each other. It happens. It's normal. It's human, okay? Sometimes people just stop liking your stream for whatever reason, or sometimes people find a different streamer they want to watch. So many people come and go for different reasons. And I remember struggling with dealing with that as a new streamer. I was like, where are all these people? You know, like, I didn't understand the concept of the phases of things over time. I hadn't experienced it yet. And that's my goal with today's video for you guys, is to really just talk about how that happens. The more you stream, the longer you go. Some people, they stream for like a month or so, and then they have this whole big journey that they can explain about one measly month of streaming. And I'm like, oh God, I don't want to hear it. It's only 30 days, right? Think long term over. If you do this for years, people are going to come and go. You're going to be streaming and then you're going to be like, dude, I remember you from 5 years ago. I still have that. People from those old Final Fantasy streams still pop in to my new streams today. And they're like, well, you have so many viewers and you've changed so much. Everything's different. And I'm like, what's up, man? Long time no see. I do remember you from back then. You know, they asked, do you remember me? I'm like, I do remember you. Good to see you again. And they're like, hey, what's up? But they always pop back out because what I'm doing is not what they want. I'm doing something new. As a streamer, you always need to be thinking forward. You need to be thinking what's new. And don't worry about the audience that you used to have that might not be watching you anymore. Always be worrying about, what about the new audience that's always coming in? You always need to be getting new people coming into your stream. Sometimes people get burnt out and they can only watch you for so many years before they're over it and they want to go on a new journey, a different path. It's like someone leaving a job and going to a new one. They're just going on a new path. They're just moving on. And you got to let that happen. Let them go. Let people do what they want. Okay? If they don't want you, don't take that personally. You as a streamer, you got to be thinking forward and new. Okay? There's in with new people, and then there's people that phase out for whatever reason. You can try and have as much retention as you want, but there's going to be a certain amount of people that phase out. People phasing in, people phasing out. It's super important that you just keep a cool head. Don't fret about the people phasing out so much. I've been there. I've done that. I've gone to those people and be like, why aren't you watching me? Why'd you leave my Discord? What the fuck? It's dumb. Don't behave that way. I already made those mistakes myself. I'm not going to do that anymore. I look back at it. I'm like, so foolish. Learn now if you can. Try and hear me in this video if you're new at streaming, and don't worry about the people that phase out. Worry about the people that are phasing in. So important. I don't know how else to really say this. I hope that this is a helpful subject for whoever's watching this. Thank you very much. Throw me a bone. Check me out on Twitch, TTV Pops Animus. I'm probably live right now. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Drop a comment down below. I love you. I'll see you in the next video.